Hello and welcome. This is Star Trek Adventures, and we are tabletop anthologies. Take that, Commander. Sorry, I'm losing my military bearing. We are picking up after several weeks off. Congratulations to our gentleman down here on Conn, Thrall, for nailing a spot in a local theatric play. So, congrats to you, good sir. We pick up where the surprise was still in warp, chasing after two Klingon birds of prey. Two, because of the three, one of them was destroyed in warp. Our commander gave that order. I just want to make sure everybody knows where that came from. And they received some strange readings as they, right after they blew that Klingon bird of prey out of sky. They received heavy tachyon readings. They received information that both of the birds of prey had decloaked and come out of warp, and one of them seemed to be disabled, and another one was taking up a defensive posture around that. Real quick, I'd like to welcome Commander Maricadi, played by Tabletop Tony.
Hi.
He's our XO. Our science officer, Commander Kullat, played by Hades. And down below, Lieutenant Commander Thrall on Conn. And below here is Lieutenant Kaval in engineering. And Lieutenant Junior Grade Andal Grax, our Chief Medical Officer, played by Severian. And also, he is currently playing the supporting character of Reinach Vogt, our tactical officer.
I still think pointing out every single time that he's junior grade is kind of mean.
I mean, it's just rank.
Okay, all right.
It's accurate.
It's just rank.
Tell him to earn a promotion, you know.
Yeah, maybe he should earn a promotion. Guess being chief medical officer isn't enough, is it? All right, so I guess we'll pick it back up. On to you guys.
I know we pre-gamed this for so long before the actual show, and now I'm going to ask a stupid question. So the Klingon ship, we already blew up a torpedo in the Klingon ship, but we didn't obviously. Did we?
Are you talking about the scientific prototype?
Right.
No, you guys disabled it. You guys sent some commands to shut it down, disable it, so it could not be armed and used.
I remember that, but in the last episode, I think we were talking about, hey, can we reestablish connection if need be? Because we're still are we still pursuing this torpedo, right?
Yes, you are.
We didn't get it back, right? So that's where I want to start the session. Is like, Commander Kullat, using Jabrin's research, is there any way we can reestablish connection with this torpedo? I imagine Jabrin's kind of indisposed right now, but is there anything we can do to obtain that information from him?
It could be possible, Commander. I can look into that.
Please do. In the meantime, we gotta make sure Jabrin is nice and comfortable, but let's keep our sensors up. Attack Thrall. We don't want any surprises, and let's keep those Klingons' warp signature tracked and ready. I want us to be able to warp on command. And we have what? Grax is not here with us, right? Grax is actually the Klingon this time. Or is Attack Thrall playing the Klingon?
No, currently
Grax was down in Medbay
with Jabrin.
Grax, you're in Medbay.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's probably gonna juggle two characters right now.
Okay. That's cool. Beep beep beep. Click click. Lieutenant Grax, what's the status of Dr. Jabrin?
There you go.
And I would probably be in my office, stepped away from Jabren. I think we had security. And I'm speaking out of character right now. Did we have security detail, or was he restrained or something?
I believe you guys had a security detail.
Okay, I think so.
Watching. Okay. Commander, Dr. Jabren is currently in a sort of comatose state that his species seems to be able to enter willingly. At first, it appears to be that he is deceased, but I assure you that is not the case. He's under security detail right now. We're keeping a close watch on him.
Is there anything, Grax, this might sound strange, but any sort of adrenaline we can use on Jabrin to perhaps force him out of this self-induced catatonic state?
Admiral, would I know that?
Yeah. So based on the information that you received when you did some research of the Takaran physiology, and sorry, I'm moving this blanket off my chair. So based off that information that you received, and as confident as you are in your abilities, you believe you could probably jolt him up. If he is in fact faking his death or in some sort of comatose state, you think you can zap him awake.
Without any harm to him?
Depends on your skill, sir.
All right.
Are you confident?
Yeah. Commander,
I mean, if he's dead, does it matter?
That's true. Commander, I do have some methods I can use to force him into consciousness, but there is some risk involved. Although I am confident in my abilities, there's always some amount of risk when doing such procedures.
Of course, Grax. I assume any responsibility and any negligence going forward. I want you to wake him up. We need the information about this torpedo as quickly as possible before we get in position with these Klingons. Do what you must, Grax. Thank you.
Very well. All right, so I would leave my office and head over to the table he's on.
You're gonna head over to the table?
Yep.
Okay.
And wake him up.
Okay, so what we'll do then is, with that, I'm gonna need you to roll a daring plus medicine, difficulty 3. However, being that the ship is equipped with a special med bay, let's see, an advanced sick bay, you're able to reduce the difficulty by 1 since you're in med bay itself. So it's going to be a difficulty of 2. So,
is there a ship assist with this?
Yes. So with that, Commander, I'm going to need you to do a... We'll do computers in medicine for that.
Computers. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, it shows that he's taking the knowledge he has used from the ship and putting it into whatever medical device or serum or whatever he's using to try and wake Jabren up.
Right.
Would my xenobiology focus apply here?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that maybe I'm using like electrical diodes on him in certain spots that I would know where to place best.
Yeah, certainly.
All right. Focus, difficulty 2.
Okay, so you have 1 momentum. What would you like to do with it?
I can't remember the specific spends at the moment. I'm just going to bank it.
You're gonna bank it? Okay. So this will be successful, and he's gonna jolt awake. So if you want to describe what you did and what happens here.
All right. And like I said, there's definitely a security detail sitting there on standby. But I place electrical diodes in certain spots around his body that I know that the current would jolt his senses awake, maybe hit certain glands to release something that wakes him back up. I press the button and immediately he wakes up, and I do it in a way as to not cause too much distress to him, so he just feels like he was suddenly awakened, out of a nap or something, hopefully.
Okay, so
Or a nightmare.
Yeah.
So he does jolt awake because they're not used to having somebody able to control them when they have control over their own bodies. They have strong physiological features that allows them to manipulate and do the things that they do with their body. So when somebody else is like, "Nah, you're gonna do what I want you to do," it's quite a shock. So he kind of shoots up, and the security guards are quickly right there to kind of grab him by the shoulders, and he's looking around. He's like, Where am I? What's going on?"
I apologize, Dr. Jabren, for the sudden awakening. I'm sure it's rather startling. I've learned that your species has some rather interesting capabilities, and you entered some sort of comatose state. Is that correct?
I entered it. You saw me get body slammed, right? I was assaulted by your big blockhead Klingon security guy. All I did was change my stance.
I'm not too sure about that, but I know that our security officer did in fact engage in some interrogation with you. Now, we need you awake and alert for this situation. We're trying to retrieve the torpedo.
Retrieve the torpedo? We found it? Where is it?
Yes, we found it. Now, if you could just stay here momentarily, I'll be right back. And I just step into my office again and try and reach out back to the Commander Maricadi. Commander Maricadi, do you read?
Reading you loud and clear, Grax. What's the status?
I've awoken Dr. Jabrin. He seems to be in a bit of a manic state. He was very excitable when I had mentioned the torpedo. He wants to know where it is.
You got under wraps that what we want to do, but make sure to let him know that we need to connect to this torpedo to retrieve its whereabouts. So really, mainly, we need to figure out if we can reconnect to this torpedo and how. And I trust that you'll do your best.
Should I bring him back to the bridge?
Negative. Keep him contained in med bay. Keep a close eye on him. I don't want him anywhere near the bridge. But whatever we can pull from him, we're gonna just relay up to Kullat's terminal, computer terminal, when you get the data. Go from there.
Very well. I'll report back soon.
Thank you.
So, real quick, while you're doing that, based on the last information that your Conn officer, your operations officer, and that your engineer confirmed, you guys are approaching the area where they last detected those strong tachyon readings and where both Klingon ships had decloaked.
So they're getting strong tachyon readings from that spot?
From one of them, yes. Yeah, you had detected one strong, and it seemed that those readings, one of the birds of prey might have been disabled while the other bird of prey had set up a defensive posture around it.
Who's getting the readings? Sorry?
So Commander Kullat took the readings, and Kaval confirmed those.
Now, from what I already know about the torpedo, would I recognize tachyons as being an expected side effect or something that it would be putting out?
Yes, you would. Because remember, last time you had brought it up, tachyons are generally found around time displacement, basically. Remember that? So they are... What's the word I want to use?
They ignore linear time?
Yeah, their ability allows almost they move faster than light and travel kind of almost backwards in time. So given that the prototype, what it's made out of, and everything that you've learned so far, that would seem consistent with either the torpedo itself, a detonation from the torpedo, or some sort of other spatial phenomenon.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask would it indicate it's been activated or
Right. That's
more tampered with?
That you wouldn't be able to know or to scan for unless you decloaked, or not decloaked, came out of warp and investigated or tried to scan, short-range scans.
So I would speak to my fellow commander and say, I am picking up a large amount of tachyon radiation from this location, Commander. It's consistent with the torpedo's technology. However, I can't garner any further information until we come out of warp in the vicinity.
Very well, and if we come out of warp in the vicinity, is that going to alert the Klingons to our presence?
Most likely, sir.
So we're running out of time then. Grax, click, Lieutenant Grax. What's the status of this torpedo? Are we able to get this reconnected?
Admiral, would I have gotten those codes yet, or do you want to play that out?
No, you wouldn't have gotten those codes, and yeah, we can role play out real quick.
Basically, while we're up there getting the readings, you guys are doing this, probably.
Yeah. So I'd walk back out of my office and approach Dr. Jabrin and say, Doctor, we need to establish contact with the torpedo. What would we need to do in order to establish that?
And he looks at you. Says, establish? Why would I tell you again? Last time, you gave it to the Klingons, and here we are. And then I was accused of so many things, then I was put into the brig, and I was assaulted. And now you've invaded my body and woke me up.
Right, and it's imperative that you cooperate right now so that we can retrieve this torpedo. You do want it to be retrieved, correct?
He looks at you. He gives you some shifty eyes. And he says, your science officer. He should have the same codes that disabled it. It should turn it back on.
Very well. Is there anything else he should know about these codes, this procedure to turn it back on?
No, it's simply the reverse of when you guys disabled it. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. Is there something else going on?
Nothing that we know of yet.
So we're close to the
We just need
torpedo?
to reestablish the connection and retrieve the torpedo.
Do we have any
And
information?
I would just turn around and walk back into my office.
Okay.
And at that point, probably Maricadi would be reaching out to me, and I'd say, yes, Commander Maricadi, the doctor's telling me that it's just a simple reversal of the same codes that Commander Kullat had used.
Very good, Grax. Thank you for this. Keep him under watch, and if you report anything changes in his behavior to us at the bridge.
Well, now that you mention it, he's very insistent on learning about the current situation, and as I said, he seems to be in a bit of a manic state now. Although it could be the rude awakening he had. I'll keep you informed.
Thank you, Grax. Prepare. And then I cut the communication off, but he probably hears me like about to say like cut out of warp, so it'll click. All right, disengage warp. We're gonna do short range scans. We don't have much time. Kullat, Commander Kullat, get ready. To reconnect with the quantum torpedo, it's just the same code in reverse.
Okay, so that'll be a couple things.
Right.
First, attack Thrall to get us out of warp. right there with the Klingons, or their location. How close are we going in nut to butt here? Are we far out? Where do you want to take us out of warp?
Before we do that, sorry, I want to touch base with Caval. Lieutenant Commander Caval, we're about to perform a short-range scan for the quantum torpedo. You in engineering with your expertise, we might need to surgically extract this torpedo. I can provide you any information you might need regarding signature of the torpedo itself, but really this comes down to you, sir. Can you do this?
Short answer, Commander, is yes. Long answer is, in the history of my people, yes. The answer is still yes.
Caval, although probably inappropriate, I do appreciate your sense of humor. And then click. All right. Get us ready in red alert. Get us ready to pull out of warp. Within aggression range of the birds of prey.
So that is extreme, long, medium, short.
Probably, what's our range on our phaser is probably long. I would say between long and extreme.
The phasers, I believe, are medium, medium.
Sure. But I would say long and extreme. Let's give us some time to move. That would be where I would want to attack Thrall, put us within extreme range. Within good distance from the birds.
Okay. Attack Thrall then, good sir. What I'm gonna need you to do... Okay, from attack Thrall, to drop out of warp, medium range as your commander's requesting. I'm gonna need a control in Conn, difficulty 2. Sorry, difficulty 3, because we're trying to get a precise location here. From the ship, Commander, I'll need engines and Conn.
I'll be using my astro navigation focus.
Good. This is just to get us in distance, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Load. We load up now, please. Very nice. Okay. So, move your ship. And get your pop-ups ready, and then away we'll go. Don't have all my notes, so left them work, so I'm gonna have to use the okay, so that is 1 zone away. Okay, so yeah. You guys, you drop out of warp, and as usual, attack Thrall and his skill, he puts you right where you want to be, Commander. You're within medium range of one of the bird of preys. The way they are set up is the one that's on the defensive posture is within range, while the other one is at long range.
I would immediately do a sensor sweep when we come out of warp.
Okay, and what is it that you're looking for?
Scanning the area for further phenomena or anything, being broadcast that a general sensor sweep would pick up on.
Okay. Give me a... Let's do reason and
Perhaps.
science. What's that?
I was going to say perhaps which ship, if either of the two shows the stronger tachyons.
Okay, yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I can do a basic scan of the system to try and get you more information. I can do a scan of the ship. I can do a scan of the readings, the torpedo, whatever it is you want to do.
Well, I think situational awareness is probably number one. So I guess just of the system to make sure we're not, back against a wall we don't know about.
Okay. Give me a reason and science, sensors and security. And ship assist. Yeah, ship assist, sensors and security.
Sensor security. No, thank you.
Difficulty 2, please.
I'm gonna use my physics focus because I'm scanning for physical phenomena.
Okay. So you are successful. You have 1, 2, 3 momentum. What would you like to do?
1 extra info and 2 banked.
Okay. So, as you scan the system here, you actually, not only do you pick up these 2 birds of prey, you pick up strong, actually very strong tachyon readings about the 3rd one. It doesn't seem to be moving at all. In fact, it seems to be powerless. Also, just as you finish your scans, the Takaran fleet that was hung up on shows up. They show up in one of the sectors, and there's 4 of those ships, and all 4 of those ships are sitting there. Their shields are raised. They have their weapons armed, but they're a distance from you guys and from the Klingons. They just seem to be observing at this point, based on their posture.
And I'm the one to pick up on this from my scans.
Correct.
Commander, I believe that the further bird of prey is the one with the torpedo. It's giving off stronger readings of tachyons. Additionally, I've also picked up 4 Takaran vessels just come out of warp. They seem to be holding position further away, and I give whatever heading they would be in.
Right. Great job, Commander. Kaval, that bird of prey approximately heading 21-9, farther away from the farthest away bird of prey is the one with the torpedo. Where do you need us to be to get that torpedo out of there?
I should be in range. Are we in range, Admiral?
You would be, but real quick,
Yeah.
I need you to roll me 1 challenge dice and tell me if it's high or low.
1 challenge dice. 1
Yes, sir.
challenge dice. Perform challenge.
Yes.
Okay.
And high or low.
You tell you if I'm rolling high or low.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going high. Come on, baby, go high.
Okay. So, before you're able to even try the transporters, the Klingon bird of prey that is in the defensive posture starts to move right towards you guys, and it's going to attack. So we're going to move into ship combat.
All stations. Oh, should have been already there, but
And yeah, you already called red alert, so your shield should be up.
I'm not changing my my task. I'm still staying focused on getting that torpedo out of there.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 second here. Go. And he's gonna get one turn right out of the gate as you guys approach. And what he's gonna do is he is going to immediately attack. And he's going to use his photon torpedoes. So, just as a refresher, as we get into this real quick, and to kind of make it a little quicker for all of us, the choice when you go to, if you do an actual attack, aside from all the actions that you guys would do to kind of, what's the word I want to use? Is that the right word? Help the ship.
Bolster.
Bolster, thank you. I don't know what I was saying. Help bolster the ship's situations and the systems when you guys are in attack. So as you make an attack, it's an energy, or it's torpedoes, or it's a torpedo salvo. Energy requires power. I'm going to do torpedoes, and it's going to be a difficulty of 3. And since I'm using torpedoes, normally if you guys use it, it's 1 threat. I have to take an extra threat away, so it's actually going to cost me a threat to do this. So, let's see here. I yield, and then I'm going to spend an extra threat to do this. So, oops, hang on. I forgot one thing. Where's my thing? It is a control and security and weapons and security. You're lucky. Maybe it's just the horrible aim of the Klingons. Maybe it's Thrall's amazing abilities at Conn. Either way, the photon torpedoes that get fired at you zip right by and don't even hit you. And it is now your turn.
So, Thrall, get us in a better position. I'm not using my turn. I'm just telling him to take his turn, really.
Yes, Commander. So Thrall is going to dip, duck, dodge, and dive, and he's going to use a power to use evasive action.
Okay. Let's see.
So that's a daring and con.
Daring and Conn?
Yep, and then assisted by the ship's structure and con.
Structure and Conn, please. Ship.
Oh, yep. I gotcha.
All right.
Thrall is a wink and a nudge. Do you have any focuses that you wanted to use?
Yep, I did in astronavigation.
Okay. Perfect. So, you have quite a bit of momentum here to use, and you were doing the evasive action, correct?
Yes, sir. So,
okay. There was a difficulty 1, and you clearly hit that, and you have 4 momentum here to use. Not much you can do with it in terms of Conn that I'm aware of. So you probably want to bank it here. Would be my recommendation.
Yeah, for sure. That's what we'll do. And And then until my next turn, all attacks against the ship and all attacks made by the ship increase their difficulty by 1.
Yes, thank you, because I'm going to add that to my notes here. And Commander, can you reduce the power of the ship by 1, please?
Done.
Thank you. Let me do this. Rise. Okay, so tell me what you do here. Attack Thrall.
Yeah, so immediately Thrall would dip underneath the enemy ship and begin circling it to avoid its torpedoes.
Okay, so you are able to do so. And then that means my bird of prey is going to be next. And he is going to do this. Okay. And you see the Klingon bird of prey also. As you're doing your ducks and your dives and your dips, he seems to kind of be doing the same thing and trying to gain an advantage on you to get another shot off. And it's your turn again. So who else would like to go?
Can I attempt to beam that torpedo out?
You can, yes.
And that is what I would like to attempt to do.
Yeah, get those momentum spends right, boys.
So, for you, Kaval, that is going to be a control and engineering, a difficulty 2, and ships sensors and engineering, difficulty 2. And normally that's a base of difficulty 2. I'm spending threat to make it a difficulty 3, basically because of all of the tachyon emissions and things like that.
Yep.
Right.
I'm using focus, transporters and replicators. I'd like to use momentum. Could someone else roll the ship roll for me?
Already did the ship roll. It's a
Okay.
big fat 0, dude. Good luck. It's all you.
Okay. No pressure.
Ship
No
is
pressure.
not helping you.
Do we have any
No,
more
you're on your own.
momentum available?
Yeah, use it.
Yeah, you have plenty of momentum available to use.
I would say use 2 momentum, honestly.
How do I add that in? I see using focus.
So it's
I
going to
see-
be, so whatever your roll is, add, if you're using 1 dice, add 1 dice in. If you're using 2 dice, add 2 dice in. Die.
Okay. And this is 2 die. This was a 2 die roll, yes? Normally, so
The difficulty was normally 2. I've upped it to 3.
okay. So wait a second. No, you've lost me. Okay, I thought that was for the ship. So you're saying for me as well, that's a 3?
Yeah, just the overall difficulty for the roll is at 3.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
You're cutting in and out, Commander. Okay. So
Good.
Yeah, you're
now
good.
you're good. Okay, so that's now a 3. Number of dice in pool. I'm using 2 momentum, so that'll be a 4. Yes.
4 dice. Yes.
Okay, and I'm using my focus. All right, cool. We're ready now.
All
Here it
right.
goes.
Awesome.
Ah!
So, as you punch in on the on the transporter, from engineering, you get a lock of the torpedo, and it starts to beam in to where you beaming it actually. Beaming it into engineering.
Where I'm at. I'm beaming it where I'm at.
Okay, so
So
you're
right
you're
there
at
on the-
engineering right now. So
Yep.
it starts to materialize in front of you, and the block, it seems to flicker, and it seems to come back and forth. It disappears, it comes back, it disappears again, and it does not beam into your engineering.
Son of a...
What? Fucking, where did you beam it?
Winds of Andoria! So, where is it? Do I know where it is? Can I track where it went? Is it still on the ship? On the bird of prey?
It would, based on your abilities as an engineer, you would assume that it is still where you tried to beam it from. It's that bird of prey, that third bird of prey.
Okay, so when it was flickering, could I throw myself on top of it and let myself be beamed back with it? Just, theoretically.
No.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Wow, I was excited.
No. You would have had
Suck.
to. You would have had to do a little more for that one.
This
Maybe-
game sucks.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time you can sacrifice yourself
Maybe if you had had
Oh,
8
no.
successes
Oh, okay.
instead of
probably
7. Instead of
Yeah, it was a
7.
DR8 to jump on the torpedo and did teleport it back.
So the Klingons are going to take their turn real quick here, and
Well,
whoops, since he did his. And they're gonna do this one. Klingon. It will be a control in science. Difficulty of 1. Ship sensors and science. Sensors and security. Excuse me. Okay. So that means done. Okay. Who is next?
all right,
Scan our attacker for weakness.
hang on. Okay. That's what we want to do. So what we want to do that on the one that's got the torpedo, because we want to disable it. I promise I won't shoot more torpedoes than necessary this time. Disclaimer. Commander
Well, the
Kullat.
one with the torpedo appears disabled already.
Oh,
The
is
other
it?
one's, yeah, the other one's.
Oh, I
defending.
missed that. Okay. In that case, what does the ship itself actually look like without the sensors? Has it taken some damage?
The
Like
bird of
visually?
prey?
Yeah, the one
Without
that's attacking us.
sensors? It looks like it's just
Just-
floating in space.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Let's get an analysis of that bird of prey and see if we can disable this one as well. One bird of prey isn't going to take us down.
So you
Indeed,
said
Commander.
scan for weaknesses?
Yeah, control and science.
Okay. And is that on the second? The attacking?
Yeah, the attacking one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Control.
the one's already disabled. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. Control and science for you, Kullat. Sensors and security for you, Commander.
And I'm
And how much momentum are we still at? What did you just roll?
You are at 6.
Could always add a momentum.
Yeah, it's on you if you would like to. We have plenty, so I encourage. I'm all about it.
Do it, baby.
Do it, baby. Nice.
And so you're successful in that. And real quick, basically, when you guys go to attack next, your attack gains the piercing 2 quality, ignoring 2 of the bird of prey's resistance, and then any bonus d20s that are purchased for the next attack, it adds 1 extra damage. So that is a good roll. Okay, so all of the bird of prey people have gone, so that means we still have Sev. You're doing our attack officer, right?
Yep.
Okay, and
Yeah,
Commander
standing by,
Maricadi
waiting.
as well.
Yeah, waiting to see if I should
Oh,
return
sorry.
fire.
It's our turn again?
So yeah, the bird of prey only has three characters to go on, so it'll be you guys back to back here, basically.
Right. So to add to Vogt, that's his name, Vogt, right? The
Yes.
Klingon. To add to his role, I have my thing I can do a couple things here. So, because I want him to shoot, and I know you want to shoot, we should definitely shoot back. So I'm gonna call targets, and then I'll roleplay this out in a second. But I'll call targets, and I'm sorry, I'm looking for what it's called, but ship rules.
Are you talking about direct? So
yeah, I'm
if you
just
go
trying to
under
use
the
my
journal entries, you'll have your actions that you can use as command, unless you're
command
going into another
Right.
state, like kind of shoving somebody aside and utilizing that station.
Right. No. So I'll direct. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
direct Vogt into disabling this bird of prey with any means necessary. Vogt, get on the phaser array. Dump into this bird of prey.
Returning fire.
So what that means, real quick, is, Andal, this isn't your turn yet. This is his turn. He's telling you something to do, and it's basically granting you an extra
Return.
whatever. Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
extra turn.
You're using,
So
I'm using my turn to let you roll twice, basically. 'Cause
Correct.
You're gonna probably fire twice.
Yes.
And also, call out targets. You gain a bonus momentum if you succeed. So what that means is, if you roll your roll and you succeed, then you have to roll another d20. That's extra momentum, basically.
Okay.
You get it.
I'm
basically
actually-
another dice.
Going to fire back with photon torpedoes because I don't want to hit the other ship with the phaser array.
okay. So let me get that up here. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
I believe that's control of security on
Yeah.
Rhino.
So you'll do Rhinoc, control and security. Commander, you're going to do weapons and security. This is difficulty 3. So you're doing a regular torpedo, not a torpedo salvo, correct?
I didn't know a torpedo salvo was a thing.
No, do a
So-
torpedo. Don't do a salvo, Fox. I swear to God.
A salvo is going to add 2 threat.
Can't afford any more word
It
crimes.
adds 1 extra dice, and it grants the spread effect.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not doing that. I
Maximum
wanted to be more
damage.
accurate.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
So you said weapons and what was the roll
So
for the ship?
control and security for Sev, weapons and security for you. This will be a difficulty 3.
And if you buy any extra dice,
Uh,
you'll inflict more damages.
Which
all right.
don't
Do you?
see the ship
I'm gonna
showing.
buy. I didn't roll it yet.
he's going to roll the
I'm
ship
gonna-
for you.
I'm gonna spend Can I spend 2 momentum on behalf of you, Vogt, for the ship? Just wondering.
I guess so. You're rolling the ship, so yeah, go
Well,
for
I
it.
know, but it's like kind of your role. I guess that's how we were playing. I just want to make sure. Because I'm just kind of here helping. Okay.
Okay, so you're
Um,
successful and you have 1 momentum.
Right.
Um,
That's you.
Yeah, how
Think
would
that
you
can
like?
go into extra damage?
It can,
Right.
yes, and I'll do that. So, Commander, on the ship, click the photon torpedoes and change
to
the
5 or
dice. No,
Or-
it's going to
oh,
be
sorry.
7. So change the dice from 7 to
7.
8.
Okay. And then the damage is 5 plus security. So you want that to go up to 7 plus security?
No. So when you see the word photon torpedoes there,
Yeah. I see.
when you click the dice to the left,
I
it's
see,
going to give
number
you
of
number dice. So yeah, change that to 8.
8. Oh my god.
Okay, so okay, so with Kullat's scanning abilities, and I'll let you guys roleplay this in a second. With his scanning abilities, it ignores 2 of the Bird of Prey's resistance, so that basically takes it down to 1. So you have 5 successes. So I'm going to hit that first because it's going to cause a breach. So give me 1 second here. That out so I can track it. Okay, so it's going to lose a turn next round because of that breach. And we're going to put it right here so I remember. And then because... So that's 1. Oops. Takes it down to 2. I did it backwards. There's that. And now you have 4 effects. So on the photon torpedo, the effect is high yield, right? So if we look on our compendium here real quick, weapon qualities, high yield states if the attack inflicts 1 or more breaches, which you did, it's going to incur a second breach. No, shut up. Okay. So that means there's a second breach, and actually, yep. So 1, 2.
Wait, clue me in again here. Which is this the one that has the torpedo on it?
It is not.
Oh, God.
No, hell no. Jeez. Whoa.
I mean, you guys are close. Yeah, no, nothing. Okay, so fails 3 to 10. Let me make sure equal to or greater than. Okay, perfect. And so now actually it is Rhinox's turn again. That was just the commander's 1 turn.
The ship is... We damaged it, but it's still there, right?
It is still there.
It's not disabled.
Yeah, you hit it pretty good. It suffered a breach. It actually suffered 2 breaches because of the devastating effect of those torpedoes. And you can see that on there. So you'll be able to easily call out the commander, Commander Kullat, since he's on operations, or even yourself, Rhinox. You'll be able to see that its shields took a heavy hit, and he actually suffered some structural damage. So I'll let you guys play
Commander
that.
Maricadi, we've breached the ship. Its shields have taken damage. Should I continue the fire?
If we hail them, does that take us a turn? Does it use somebody's turn? Basically-
Technically it would, because the game considers Conn a position, but since we don't really have a Conn and it's just kind of included in any one of your positions, I'll just let you try and hail them if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I basically Vox, how I imagine this Vox is like hovering the button to shoot, and I'm like, okay, hail them. Surrender or we're gonna have to finish you off. So, communications on screen. Try to hail the bird of prey.
And they go unanswered as the bird of prey continues to turn around on you to try and take another attack.
Fire at will, Vox.
Steady. Steady.
I'm going to
Boom!
use 1 momentum.
Okay. Are you firing with photon torpedoes? Or are you firing with?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I like the way this man thinks, because that's an extra threat for me. And then
the ship.
Commander,
The ship.
yeah, weapons and security. So remember, difficulty 3. So maybe you want to spend some momentum.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'm gonna secure this. I'm gonna spend another 2. Just I don't want to fuck around here. I have a bad feeling about this already. Only 1 out of all of that.
Double 18.
No.
All right.
Well, Good try.
Nice
Wasn't meant to
try.
be.
So that torpedo, when you fire them, maybe you're anticipating where they're going to be. Maybe they cut right when you thought they were going to go left, but those torpedoes go wide. And it is actually the next round, and it's going to go to you first. You get to go twice. Because of that breach, we skip their first turn, so you'll go twice now. So whoever wants to go
Wow.
twice.
Vogt, give him another torpedo. We can't let them escape or get too close to that other bird of prey.
Alright, so I get to try another time then? 3rd shot? Alright.
Yeah, can I GM real quick? Just a helpful hint.
Sure.
Since you guys have two turns back to back because of the breach, and obviously you do want him to attack again, it might be more devastating or beneficial to have one of your crew members bolster the attack and then do the attack.
Wait, so we have 2 more turns. This turn and another turn.
So yeah, the whole round just ended. We've started a new round because of the damage that Rhinoc had on that ship. It causes my turn to be skipped. So you normally go
Okay,
first, right? You normally go first.
okay.
I get skipped.
And then
You're gonna go again. So you'll have 2 in a row.
Okay. No, thank you for explaining that, GM. Very, very,
we could
very
move
nice of you.
closer too.
Yeah. What's going to, you say, bolster the attack? That means we're going to enhance the attack accuracy or damage? Accuracy.
Generally, it's going to be damage. I think your gentleman on the operations, so Kullat, will be able to assist you with that. Let me see here. Let me double check.
Yeah. If anybody wants to do anything, jump in. I just trying to figure out what probably would work best for like killing this thing real quick.
Yeah, the best for you would probably be operations or Conn. So operations is going to add damage. If you do Conn, it's going to be if he were to do what's called the attack pattern, it makes all your ship attacks the difficulty reduced by 1. So damage
that's nice.
or difficulty.
I would say probably difficulty. I think we're having trouble hitting him more than anything else with how much momentum we're using. So.
Yeah, that's the
So, yeah.
attack pattern then under Conn.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. So whatever you guys want. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, give us that. Recalibrate our attack pattern. We need to get an accurate shot on this bird of prey.
All right, Commander. Whatever you say.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Turg, that's gonna be find it here.
There you
Attack
go.
pattern. That's gonna be daring and Conn, difficulty of 2. Mr. Commander, sir. Weapons and Conn.
Got it. What?
Y'all just filled up your momentum bank again.
Holy crap.
Okay, so and I forgot to ask, Commander, make sure when you did his last 2 attacks, you took 1 power down each time.
I did not. Yep.
Okay, so that'll be 2
Wait, is
power,
that
and
for-
then
Sorry. I saw that the weapon phaser ray takes power. But I.
Oh,
I saw
sorry,
the
it's not.
torpedoes do
It's not torpedo. You're right. Thank you. Thank you.
Just make sure.
So that doesn't touch, but you do lose 1 power for Turg's roll.
You got it.
Turg, what would you like to do with that momentum?
We're banking it. Yeah.
Banking. All right. So that is filled back up. So basically, next turn. So next attack that you guys have, it's going to be reduced in difficulty by 1. And if it's already at 1, which it isn't, you gain 1 bonus momentum. So difficulty of 1 for your next attack. Attack Thrall, what exactly did you do to assist your ship here?
Well, I simply stopped my evasive actions. At first, I was on the defensive. We didn't know exactly what we were dealing with. But now that we're fairly certain that this bird of prey is the only thing that's attacking us at this moment, I'm not too worried about their shots. I stopped dead in my tracks so that the guns can aim where they need to be aimed.
Nice.
Next turn.
Am I taking the shot then?
Yep. It's up to you. I mentioned the thing about the energy weapons. I don't think they carry over to the other ship, right? Is that a mechanic?
It's their area and spread, I think.
It's got it would be considered contact, so they're not in contact. The area.
Okay.
So
So it
it
won't
would
spread.
just be it would just be spread.
So wait, would it spread then if it's nearby? Is that how that?
Or sorry, let me look at it real quick.
Because it does say spread on
Spread
the
in
page.
area. Let me
Yeah.
reread what they are.
Sorry, this is
Nope, that's fine. So area. So it's area, not spread. Area is not going to take effect because the ships aren't in contact. So we'll skip area, but it is spread. So if you do hit it, it'll inflict additional damage based on every effect roll.
Oh yeah, spread is extra
Okay.
hits
That's
to a
right.
random system in the actual ship. Okay.
Yep.
I would say use 4 power, and it'll give us +2 damage to this phaser array. I think this will execute it if we overcharge the phaser array to kill this thing.
All right. Sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
So it's going to be a difficulty 2 from Andal. I'm going to need control and security. Remember, you have
Should
6.
Should be 1. Sorry to interrupt. Because it would be 2, right? But
Oh,
we
sorry.
calibrated
Yes,
it.
thank you.
Oops.
Yep.
Jumped down to 1. I just flicked off the camera.
I don't think I need to add any more dice, so I'll just go ahead and roll it.
Cool.
Hopefully I don't get a 0.
Right. Sweet. I think this is the ship
So-
also gets to do it.
So yeah, your ship man might want to roll. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So perfect. You have 1 momentum to spend. Also, if you want to, do you want to do damage for that one?
Even more damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I spent
So-
power.
Yeah. I used your spending power.
Yes. So by spending 2 extra, basically, we instead of just using 1 power for the array, it says you after every 2, each additional 1 gives you +1. So 4 total power should give me +2 damage, as well as the oh no, I just lost it. Oh, as well as a momentum to get the extra +1, so +3
Yes,
total
3.
damage.
Yep.
So,
So
roll the
when
dice.
when you do it, add 3 extra dice. There you go. Oh God.
Oh, add 3 extra dice. Okay, I gotta do that.
Yeah, it would
sorry.
have been 3. So did you just roll the base?
I did. So I'll
Okay,
just
so roll
3
3
more
challenge dice. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Un moment, por favor.
Yep.
See, that's okay. So there's going to be no figuring this out because with the spread effect and the fact that the shields were already low, it takes a direct hit, and that Klingon bird of prey blows up into many pieces. So, Reinach Vacht, controlled by Sev. Why don't you tell us what just occurred?
Well, those first or those second torpedo shots that went off, they went wide, and I waited for forgot his name waited for Thrall to level us out, and I was able to aim right in, dial the phaser array right into that bird of prey, press the button, and then 1 second it was there, and 1 moment it wasn't. Vaporized.
And you just blew it out of the sky. We're out of combat.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Nice shot, Vogt. Lieutenant Commander, Thrall, get us in position. And then I get on the beeper. Caval, get that torpedo out of there. What's the status?
Can I give it? Wait. Can I give it another shot?
You can give it another shot.
Right, but...
Okay, here goes. Here goes nothing. Where are we on momentum? We've got 6 momentum, right? Like,
You said we're out of combat, though?
We are out of combat, yes.
Am I able to assist with his role, then?
Yeah,
good
can.
point.
Like, using sensors to weed out any interference?
Do you know there's interference?
I mean, I'm imagining the tachyons are making it hard to use special science magic on it.
You want to check first?
Careful! It's a trap!
I mean, I'm trying to think, is there any way to retroactively use information from his last attempt to see what caused it to fail?
Yeah, you could easily do that. And it's not even going to require a roll. And this would be information that Caval would have to relay to you. But essentially, Caval, as when you tried to transport that and it failed, you're able to look at the logs and determine that there was some sort of heavy interference that would not allow you to actually transport it. And from what you could tell, it is the tachyon radiation.
From the torpedo itself?
Yes. Well, from the torpedo and the ship. The entire ship seems to be encased in this tachyon radiation.
And that most likely hasn't changed.
No, sir.
So in that case, can Commander Kullat help me pinpoint the location? Is that the case?
Well, what I'm thinking now is this is, probably disabled their ship. It's some heavy, crazy radiation coming off of it. What's a better place for us to transport it to? Like, maybe
Yeah, we need to put it behind some sort of containment shield. Put it in one of the put it in
one of the bays so we can dump it if we want.
Yeah, and lock it down and get everyone out of there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to transport it, yeah, that's probably something you might want to do or try.
So yeah, I would help him with his role by trying to cut through the tachyon interference, and then furthermore, when we get it into a ship bay, I would help establish containment on it.
Okay.
So what's the complication range on this?
So, let's see here.
And we're no longer in combat.
You're no longer in combat. So, again, it's going to be... Oh, there it is. It is going to be a difficulty of 3.
Okay. I'm using 2 momentum, so 4 dice.
Okay.
Using my focus. Here goes nothing.
And what am I rolling to support, or do I roll anything? Oh Lord.
Okay, so for you, Hades, where did my...
I mean, that's still 4 successes.
Yeah, you can still use one of those momentums to eat the complication, right? Isn't that how we've been doing that?
Yeah.
I think it costs 2.
It for the momentum, yeah. Let me double check that for you real quick. But for the assist,
If I get anything with the assist done, we'd be able to afford it.
you're gonna do the control and engineering 1 dice.
Control and engineering 1 die. So yeah, if it costs 2, then that still gets us the 3 for success, and we can eat the complication.
Is yes, cost 2. So is that what you're doing?
Affirmatory.
Okay. So let's see here. Okay. So Caval, you start the same procedure over again. And this time you are starting to get the same effect. You're starting to get that interference from the torpedo. You don't know what's causing it, but it's starting to phase in and out. It does materialize in the bay. And as soon as you do that, it does the red alert starts to sound due to the radiation that's emanating from that torpedo.
But we have it.
You have it.
We locked that bait down. Containment field in place. We have our anti-beam out application turned on, so they can't beam it back. And I hit comms up to the bridge. Commander, we have it.
Awesome. Great job, Caval. We're gonna pull us out. Attack Thrall, pull us out of here. Get us to a safe location. Align 21 by 9. Initiate
So-
warp.
Are you trying to go to warp, or are you trying to go just away from the broken Klingon bird of prey?
I'm just trying to blink out of the way, yeah.
Okay. And as you do that,
Hell out of here.
this fun little sound that appears. Did you hear it? Did I need to play
cloaked.
louder?
It
There.
cloaked!
Nope.
Oh.
There it is. One more time for you.
Some got beamed.
And operations. Actually, sorry. Tactical. Reinach Vogt. You were getting an alert that 3 D-class Romulan cruisers just decloaked surrounding this ship.
We have no reason to stay. We have no reason to mix it up with these boys. We're on our way out. Is, what I'm thinking down in engineering.
Oh no.
I'd be actively working on the torpedo to see if I can stop it from emitting these tachyons while everybody else does what they do.
Okay. I'll do that then real quick. Hades, give me an insight and science.
And I would like to use a focus of physics, because tachyons would be a particle in physics, right?
Yeah.
So, as soon as that's done, I'll wait. Nice.
You're successful, sir. So you, in your Vulcan infinite wisdom and logic, realize that all you have to do to
Is
vent
scream.
is vent the radiation, meaning open the cargo bay door.
Well, I mean, to actively stop it from emitting tachyons?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Then
Because
I-
you beamed when you beamed that thing over, you beamed its surrounding aura atmosphere with it.
Then I do just that. I do a Vulcan chop on the control, and it bay doors, and then it goes, and then I close the bay doors again.
So it is clear, and the torpedo is sitting there, no longer emitting tachyon radiation.
We keep our containment active, though, just in case.
Okay.
So these Romulan birds, they're just here. They're hanging out. Me knowing, Star Trek bureaucracy and the intense diplomatic process here, let's say hypothetically they caught a Starfleet vessel in Romulan space. Perhaps this is because we are in Romulan space right now, right?
Turg, do you remember where we are?
Is that the neutral zone?
Are we in Romulan space? Or are we in the border?
The latter, sir. We're on the border of Romulan space.
Correct.
Okay.
So maybe
so
what's your...
that's neutral zone,
Yeah. Well.
or is this Romulan controlled territory?
This is still
Yeah.
Starfleet
It's a border.
controlled territory.
Okay.
So
Okay. I don't like that.
basically what you were saying in the reverse.
I see. They're in our territory. Okay.
And real quick, just so you guys know the size of these ships, the prize is the scale of a 4, right? These are 7s, and there's 3 of them.
We need to go. We need to go
And it's
now.
like golf. The closer you get to 1, the better.
So I gave that command attack Thrall to put us in warp. And then these things decloaked. I hope we're still on the process of warping, or he's not stopping. Or
Well, someone's getting letters if that's not the case.
a paragraph or two.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to gun it. Yeah, I'm trying to. I see those So this is my thought process, right?
Okay.
I see these vessels uncloak. We're in Starfleet space. These things will eat me, like that meme of the that one meme with the one little ship and all the big ships. Anyway, they're gonna eat me alive. So I see these ships decloak. This is a big threat. We don't have time to do anything else. I'm trying to get in warp because I'm thinking they're gonna warp slower than we are. So I'm gonna try to push our warp drive to the max here to get us the fuck out of here, and outspeed them while we get contact with Starfleet and perhaps mount a counterattack.
Okay. Then before you do that, roll me a challenge dice, 1, and tell me high or low.
Oh boy.
No pressure.
It's gonna be 7, low.
Okay.
I don't know if that high or low.
That is low. 1.
Yes!
So out of 6. So 1, 2, 3 are low.
That's a 3. I can't.
Well,
I
no, you
can't
had-
tell what numbers.
Where is it? Where did it go?
Wish you could like see what
It didn't say, did it?
side that is. Yeah. It just was just the Starfleet symbol. I don't know what side that is.
Oh, sorry. Then just roll 1d6.
Oh. Wow.
I thought I could see. I
Okay.
thought I could look at it.
Me too. Yay! We're still there.
Okay, so is that what you're ordering Tax Thrall to do?
Yeah, put us in the fastest warp we possibly can right now.
Tax Thrall, sir. You're going to need a control and con difficulty of 3 because you have 3 warbirds surrounding you. So you're going to need to get around them to go to war.
Oh no.
Because you have to
I'll
start
be using
moving.
a momentum, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Was it? What does a ship roll?
Your ship roll did go.
Use 2 momentum. Fuck it.
Okay,
Yeah, bucket. Use
not
2.
driving.
I mean, darn it. It's a family-friendly
It's
Christian stream.
the engines and con there, Commander.
Okay.
Yes, Commander Kullat. I will also use an extra momentum.
Okay. Yay! That's a lot of momentum.
Okay.
And you lucky got a 17 in that because that's some high rolls there. Anyway.
Okay. So,
Good
what
shit.
are you doing, Thrall? Tell me.
Similarly to what the commander described, before we even saw these bogies, he told me to put it in warp. So we were already in the process of warping when these things showed up. I aimed our trajectory slightly above the one that was in front of us, and off we went.
You punched it. And as you punch it, just prior to you punching it, you hear this sound and you guys go to war.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what they were doing.
So if you don't recognize that sound,
It's a hail, right?
that's the hail. Correct. Yep. So you take off into warp. Where is your destination?
We're heading
Away.
deeper into space, deeper into Federation.
Federation
space.
to yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go into Romulan space. It's the last thing they'd expect.
Yeah. Go to their home territory. Go to Romulus, for
The
fuck's
old
sake.
switcheroo.
The old switch it, change it. Okay, so deeper into Starfleet territory. So
The closer
remember,
we are to harm,
well, yeah,
further we
well,
are from danger.
from danger. So, as you guys are traveling into warp, on the sensors from operations, you see that those birds of prey are following you, and you hear this one more time.
It's a birds of prey, you said.
Yeah,
But it's
the
not
Klingon,
like
or sorry,
Titan.
Romulan birds of prey. That's what they called them as well.
Okay. On screen.
So on screen is, where's he at? I need to get him. There he is.
Oh my God, it's hideous. Oh, it's just you. Adam.
It's just
Sorry.
oh.
That's rude. That's rude.
Sucker.
Where is the show to show to everybody? Here. Date token. Sheet. Remember where the button is to show everybody the picture?
I don't remember.
If it's a journal entry, it's just in the top right.
Oh, it is? I thought I could show you guys pictures.
Not sure what you mean.
Like the picture of something? Thought I could show it to you guys, like display.
I know that you
Using
can.
characters.
I know that you can. Don't ask me how though.
Oh, like a character portrait?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
I
Yeah, I'm
don't
not sure
remember
either. I'm trying to think.
Do you have to drop? Never mind.
Remember?
Never mind. I was gonna ask if you had to drop it into the macros.
There.
at
There
the
you go.
bottom, but okay. No, I don't see it.
You'll see it.
Oh,
Oh,
there
there
it
we
is.
go.
There you go. So on your screen is the Romulan named Sub-Commander Voris. And he's sitting there. And he's kind of staring at you guys for a second.
Identify yourself.
All calm and collected, he just stares at you and he says, I'm Sub-Commander Voris of the Romulan Empire. You will hand over our torpedo.
This is Commander Maricadi of the USS Surprise. Sub-Commander, this torpedo is property of the Federation. And you are, furthermore, you are breaking the treaty obligations by entering our space. I advise you to engage warp in the opposite direction.
He looks at you and he says, I will not stand by and allow wanton theft and murder of Romulan citizens and property go unchallenged. I suggest you and your crew hand over the stolen Romulan property, or we will be forced to open fire and destroy your ship.
Once again, Sub-Commander, no citizens were harmed in any way. What are you referring to?
That torpedo was stolen. It is ours.
Yeah, well, our flight computers will disprove your claims. If you do not stop preceding us, we will contact Starfleet.
This is your last warning. Come out of warp.
Click. Click. I'm getting on the phone with Earth, I guess.
With Earth?
Oh! Hey, Earth! Communications, get me, Admiral, Starfleet, give me Starfleet Command. Somebody.
Hello,
Starfleet
operator.
Command?
It depends.
Operator.
It's going to depend what section we're in, which section of space, the nearest space station. We would contact the nearest space station, and whoever's who's ever in charge in that post, that location.
Give me Admiral Picard.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah, contact the nearest Federation station. Military station.
Military station. Go back to this real quick. So, assume you're still in red alert.
Oh yeah, we're not slowing down for anybody.
Okay, so you're going to be
Starfleet.
contacting
Commander, I'm showing that the Romulans have broken off.
What? Yeah!
Hang on, we're not out of the woods yet.
Drinks on me!
I can hear you all the way down there in engineering.
He's still staring at me on my screen.
All right, keep us in red alert. Stay on your toes. Let's get us to the nearest Federation military base where we can regroup.
Okay. Are you still calling Starfleet Command?
Well, this Federation station, yeah.
You're a couple days
Wherever
away.
we're basically heading. Okay. Yeah, so we'll contact them. Yeah, we'll contact them preliminarily.
Okay. And on screen is the Admiral. Hello.
Admiral, this is Commander Maricadi of the USS Enterprise. Are we reading you? Are you reading us?
Enterprise? You're not in command of the Enterprise.
I mean, surprise. Whoops.
The Surprise. Aren't you on the Takaran mission?
That's right, Admiral. We're currently being tailed by 3 D-class birds of prey Romulan who entered into Federation space. We're still a few days away from your station. However, they seem to have broken off near where our current location, which I just sent over to you.
Romulan?
Sir, well, it has been quite the mission, and has really tested the current armistice we have with the Romulans. I'm concerned this may be a greater diplomatic incident.
Are they chasing you? You said, and in Starfleet space, they just broke off.
But they chased us into Starfleet space.
What did they want?
Well, sir, the Takarans were working on a prototype torpedo, which the Romulans seem to have claimed as theirs.
I'm aware of the torpedo. Where's the scientist behind this mission in torpedo?
He's currently in the med bay.
What's he doing there?
Well, sir, the Takarans were less than helpful, you might say. In fact, they might have been supportive of the cause, but I dare not accuse. But we have restrained the doctor in the med bay temporarily until we figure out where his true allegiances are.
Are you
And
saying
this
he was
is the latest
working for the
incident.
Romulans?
Sir, it is still speculation, but I can't. He has raised my suspicions as of late. The Takarans in general, especially with this latest incident with the Romulans claiming this torpedo is their own, and knowing where we were, and in fact, 2 birds of prey, Klingon birds of prey, swooped in and stole the torpedo right from under us during the actual operation. It seemed.
I'm aware of that, Commander. Your captain updated me on that. The birds of prey, they are no longer a threat, correct?
Yes, sir. They broke off shortly into Starfleet space.
Wait, the Klingon or the Romulan?
No,
The Romulan birds of
the
prey.
Romulan birds of prey. There are no more Klingon birds of prey.
Right.
Have been neutralized with
they-
extreme
They
prejudice.
have.
Yeah.
They have been dematerialized. Commander,
Yeah. The Romulan. Yeah.
with this information and these accusations from the Romulans, perhaps we discuss this with our scientist, while you make your journey back to the base. I'll send ships to rendezvous with you, but again, they're still at least a day out. So
Yeah, the scientist's a dick.
Sorry, we're getting some mild interference, Admiral.
what was that? I
Affirmative.
thought I heard an Andorian voice somewhere.
Oh my gosh. We'll procure the information from the doctor. By the time we return.
Understood. Then update me when you find out more information. And
Thank
he
you, Admiral.
ends the transmission. See a nice little Starfleet
All right.
logo on the front.
Hey, just out of curiosity, where's our captain? Is he like passed out in a broom
He
closet
was-
somewhere?
He's like drinking skooma. Fucking whatever.
He was in 10 forward with somebody. Actually, no, I think he was at the head. It might have been something maybe that Andorian ale he drank or something.
Hey,
Comes out of the room like rubbing
Yes.
his nose. Not a bender.
And strangely enough, when you bring up the captain, the doors to the bridge open up, and there he is. And he looks over to the commander. He says, "Report, Commander."
Sir, it's a. I almost spoke too freely there, Captain.
shit show.
We're currently in warp away from 3 Romulan type D birds of prey after scooping the quantum torpedo from 2 Klingon birds of prey that we successfully dispatched. We're en route to regroup with Admiral ships back at the station, and the Romulan ships have broken off as of late. But we're currently in yellow alert while we return to warp and regroup with the rest of Federation.
I understand. Did you contact Starfleet Command?
That's right.
And they said,
They sent a ship out to regroup, and we need to procure as much information from the Doctor about where his true allegiances lie.
okay. Well, send a team down and let's get some questions answered.
Very well, Captain. You have the bridge. I will escort my team down myself.
Thank you, Commander, for giving me my bridge back.
Well, hey, I mean, I took it.
And,
You took it. I took it.
He calls up Commander. He calls up Caval on the comms.
Yo,
Yo. Jeez.
Lieutenant Commander, is it
Yes, sir.
we have this torpedo, correct?
we do, sir. Commander
Good.
Kullat has been able to curtail the tachyon emissions, and it's currently in quarantine in Baypod 3CF double DHQ.
Stop.
That's a swell place to put that torpedo. I would have put it there myself. Good job. Good thinking. If you two could get down to it, and let's get some scans done to see why it was emitting tachyons.
Of course, Captain. Right away, Captain.
And then the captain calls out to Lieutenant Grax. Didn't say junior grade, did I?
This is Andal Grax.
What is the status of our guest?
He's resting comfortably here in the med bay.
Understood. I'm sending the commander down and the tactical officer. There's some questions that need to be answered, so make sure he's ready.
Very well.
And he chimes out. So we'll have two scenes here real quick. Thrall, you good with controlling Rhinoc Vogt?
Yeah.
Sure.
Strange. There was a strange smile on your face when he said that.
You good with assaulting a prisoner?
You sadist.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start real quick with the torpedo in the torpedo bay.
Roger that. I burst in. Presumably Kullat's still there. After his amazing work with the tachyon emissions. Commander? What's our status, Commander? The captain sent me down to check.
After venting the tachyon radiation, it does not appear to be emitting any further at this time.
So, what the hell, right?
As you say.
Why do you think it was emitting the tachyons in the first place?
Well, if I understand the basics of this device, it does alter the time-space fabric around it. This altering of the fabric of time may be what is emitting the tachyon radiation.
I have a theory, Commander. Either it's a function, well, three theories actually. It could be either one of any of them. A, it's a function of, as you pointed out, it's munitions. Two, it's some sort of decay or malfunction. Or three, it's some sort of signal. And that's how the Klingons found us, and that's how the Romulans found us. In which case, number three would be the clear indicator that our good friend Gabrin is
Jabroni.
Okay, yeah, is as crooked as, I don't know how to finish that one. As crooked as the, no, well, but yeah, that he's up to no good.
As a pirate on a peg leg in the humidity?
That one. That'll
Wow. Jeez.
Out of character, had we activated the device before they showed up? No, right? Because it would have imploded.
Well, you
It
would
would've done
You
stuff.
would have basically turned it back on, aren't it?
But I mean, before anyone showed up in the first place, right? We had never even activated it.
No, it was.
No, it was because you guys had pulled back to a safe distance and armed it, and then the birds of prey decloaked. Chaos ensued.
Could we do some sort of a local scan with tricorders right here to look for, or even crack this puppy open, take a look and see if there's some sort of signaling device,
certainly.
remote access signaling device?
Yeah, you could do that. Are you looking specifically for a signaling device, or are you just looking for anything that might explain things?
Yes, that catch-all. That broad, unspecific catch-all.
Did you like that? So if
I
turn
did.
that into some Star Trek technobabble, and I'll allow it.
You see, I had a question that would have given him too much naughtiness against us, so...
What was your question?
I'm intrigued, Commander Kullat.
It would have given him options. So go ahead with your phrasing, what we're looking for.
Looking for out of the ordinary mechanical manipulations that would not be in keeping with. Oh, wait a second. Wait.
Its primary function.
Exactly. Oh, nice. But hold on. Hold on. I was hoping I had torpedoes under my focuses. I do not.
Torpedoes.
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 Okay.
So yeah, we check for this.
Uh-oh. Got a red alert. So for you, Kaval, I want a reason in engineering. Difficulty 2. Kullat,
You got it.
what are you doing?
I am assisting his role.
You're assisting as well. Reason in
Yes.
engineering also.
But is that just one die for me?
1 die for you.
It's an assist roll, reason.
Correct.
And
And you said difficulty 2.
Yes, sir.
Engineering. Okay. That's no bad.
So as you're scanning this, you're picking up a lot of particles that actually don't seem to belong there. And those particles, when you run them through the system, or at least compare them in the system, they equate to the same type of particles that come from, or that are emitted from, a Klingon vessel when they activate their cloak.
And those do not serve any function for the device's primary aim.
No, sir.
What do you make of this, Commander Kullat?
Certainly curious. I lost the word I was going to use. I cannot reconcile this
Ooh, nice.
effect with the intended purpose of the device. That would imply an ulterior purpose.
Even if we can't pinpoint the exact nature of these readings, it still implies something out of what would be considered the norm, and possible manipulation and possible nefarious intent. Wouldn't you agree?
Speculative, but given the circumstances of our situation, it does follow.
Commander Maricadi.
Flick. Lieutenant Commander, I keep calling you Thrall. Kaval, report.
We've done the Commander Kullat and myself have done a inspection of the torpedo, and there are indications that there may have been some interferences with the operating system that would indicate internal either sabotage or some sort of manipulation other than what was intended. It's a matter for concern, Commander. It's
Very well,
suspicious
thank
in
you.
any case.
Thank you for the report. This will be good information for when we confront the doctor.
So, you
let me know.
You
Wanna hang
three
out later.
arrive in sickbay, and Jabren is there, and he's not happy that he's still being secured on the bed.
Dr. Jabrin, it's about time you start telling us the truth.
Ruth, what's going on here? What just happened? Where's my torpedo?
We have the torpedo.
Is it
It's
safe?
secure.
Do the Romulans have it?
The Romulans did not take it.
Nope.
Although appeared they were.
Suck it.
We chased them off.
Okay. The three of you, since you're standing there,
Wait, which three?
Commander Maricadi, Grax, and Reinek Vogt. So Thrall is doing Rannoch Vogt. I'm going to need a roll from all of you three. This is going to be... Commander, I want you to do a presence in command, difficulty 2. Grax and Thrall, Rannoch Vogt. I need an insight and security from you two. Okay. You two see the reaction on his face when he asks about the Romulans, and you can tell that when the commander says they don't have it, he seems almost upset. You don't sense anything, Grax, because you still can't get through his Takaran physiology, but there's almost an upset look on his face when the commander does say that. And he looks at you, Commander, and he says, he kind of actually leans up against the bed that he's in, and he says, okay, you want the truth? You tell me what just happened, and I'll give you the truth. And
It doesn't work like that. You're not in any place to negotiate.
He actually seems sincere.
Oh, sure. Dr. Jabrin, we already have enough information to incriminate you and put you away for a long time.
I don't understand.
So you have 2 options. 1, we walk out of here. We let Starfleet Tribunal incriminate you and try you under our laws. Or 2, for war crimes against the Federation. Or 2, you tell us the truth, and we negotiate a better situation for you.
And he stares at you, and then he looks at the other 2. And he doesn't say anything for a minute.
Doctor, you seem to be hiding something. Or rather, not telling us the whole truth. Is there something about the torpedo we should know? Or about the Romulans?
Are you saying the Romulans don't have the torpedo?
They do not. As the commander said, we have secured the torpedo.
And he looks at you 3, and he immediately kind of pushes himself up onto the medical bay bed there. And he looks at the commander and he says, "You grant asylum? You have the authority to do so?"
Do I have the authority to do that? Out of game?
Yeah, you could. Based on
I
you're in
put
command
a
right
lot of
now
work
of
in.
this situation, so yeah, you could do that. You'd be able to grant that if you wanted to.
Sure. I have the authority, Doctor. But do you have the information?
He clears his throat. And he says,
Recording.
and he says, "I was given the schematics to this torpedo from a friend in the military. Thought nothing of it. Well, I realized that the only way for a torpedo of this type to reach its maximum potential was to power it with a micro singularity. I knew we didn't have the capability, but others did. And then I did my own investigating. And my friend in the military, I found proof that he had been involved in a military attack on a Romulan research station in disputed space. You want to understand, scientists, they were killed. I'm a scientist. At that point, I knew I needed to find a way to return this torpedo, this death-killing machine, to its proper owners. I've been quietly working with the Romulans since then. Some things got muddy when my government decided to show off to the Federation. And he kind of unfolds his hands.
Well, obviously the correct thing to do here is to blow up the torpedo.
Now, do you see why I'm upset that the Romulans did not get their torpedo back?
And
Hold that
Doctor,
thought.
is there?
Go ahead, you say your thing. I'll say it before I say my thing. Yeah.
And Doctor, what reason did you have to hide this from us when you were on our ship earlier?
My government. I didn't want to be labeled a traitor. I didn't want to be imprisoned for simply trying to return property and standing up for what I believed in.
You've given me a lot to think about, Doctor. I need to convene with the rest of my team, and we'll move forward on what we can do and what needs to be done here.
Understand. But again, I'm requesting asylum, so make sure that message gets relayed, please.
We had a deal. And then I open the door up, wait for my team to leave, and then I look back at him one more time and shut the door. Well, what? Please speak freely. I don't know what the answer to this is. I don't. I mean, we could go to the captain, of course, but I wanted to get. Looking at both of you, I wanted to get. I wanted to hear your thoughts.
Well, I do see the viewpoint of the Doctor, although I don't understand why he couldn't have found a way to tell us all of this sooner, or I don't know what we should do with the torpedo at this point. It may be helpful for Starfleet to have the information on this torpedo and how it functions. It could give us an advantage over the Romulans.
I can't argue with that logic. I mean, the Romulans are. Who knows what they would be able to do with this in their arsenal. I almost said Klingon. Vogt. I know this mission might have been a little, might have been a little tougher for you with fighting against your own kind. I understand you're with Starfleet, but I have the same hesitations with pirates, with my own. What do you think? This is so we have.
I don't trust
Romulan
him as far as I can throw him, which I might be able to throw him a little farther than I trust him.
Oh, well, yeah. Thank you for your candid, your candor. I appreciate your outlook on this.
Quite.
And then I just kind of look at both of these guys, and we keep going to the turbo lift to the bridge.
And as you're in the turbo lift in the bridge, Reinach Vogt, give me a where did my shit go? Oh god. Give me a insight and security difficulty 1.
Say Reinach.
Yes.
Boom.
Based on your knowledge of Klingons, Klingon houses, in just the Klingon Empire, you do know that it is strange that it seems that the Klingons were involved.
I do have to mention, Commander, that Klingon intervention seems very odd for this situation. This isn't typical of our military or our culture. I'm not exactly sure why they decided to enter this skirmish.
Thank you for that information. It's concerning, especially considering our diplomatic relations. But we'll see how this all plays out.
Quite.
You said
So you make
quite.
it back to the bridge.
Hey, I just want to point out that Vogt was was like, oh, I don't trust him farther than I can throw him, and I can throw him pretty far, and then he's like, quite.
Maybe he's a Klingon with some sophistication.
He's like, well, you know what? Yeah, the houses and the political, complexities of my people. I mean, it can't possibly quite. I'm not making fun of you. I'm sorry. It's just. That's funny.
So you make it back to the bridge. Kaval, are you at your engineering station on the bridge?
Oh, what? Sorry.
Are you at your engineering station on the bridge?
If you want me to be.
Dealer's choice, baby. Just asking.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Attaboy.
So in through the door, you three walk. The captain turns and he says, "Report."
Jabrin just confessed that this torpedo was in fact Romulan territory, and he was indeed working with the Romulans to give the torpedo back to them, essentially, as this was originally their property from the details of the story. I did authorize asylum for Dr. Jabrin for coming forth with this information, as this was the only way to get him to communicate effectively. And I don't feel that this man is maliciously justified or motivated, rather. Otherwise, I would not have offered that, Captain.
Did he say anything about the Klingons?
Negative. Just the Romulan interactions.
Okay. He kind of looks around at the crew and he sits down and he says, "Okay, so let's hear some options, gentlemen. We have a torpedo that doesn't belong to us. Starfleet wants us to keep it. We don't know why the Klingons are involved, but they're no longer involved. The Romulans aren't chasing us anymore."
Captain, if I may.
Lieutenant Commander.
This is obviously too strong a potential armament to return to the Romulans. But honor dictates we not hand it over for further development and duplication by our own side. Honor dictates that we have it destroyed, Commander.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Lieutenant Commander. We have the ability.
Captain, sorry.
It's okay. I didn't hear anything strange.
Wow.
I'm inclined to agree with you. All the cards are in our favor at this point, as you say. Based on the information, I still think we should reach out to our pointy-eared friends and let them know.
Yeah.
Wait, which ones? There's a lot of them running around.
The ones that are still
No.
alive. The Romulans.
The sub-commander.
At least let him know that his torpedo is no longer in existence.
Captain, what do we tell Starfleet? The Admiral's expecting a torpedo when we return to station.
He looks over to Kullat. You had some strange readings, correct?
Are we talking about what
When you guys scan the torpedo,
Caval and I
yes.
found?
Yeah.
Affirmative. There were readings that mirrored what you would detect when a Romulan vessel cloaks or decloaks that served no further function in the device.
I think it's safe to say that we have an out here, gentlemen. Would you agree? We want to destroy, I think the honorable thing to do is to destroy that torpedo. It was destroyed on that ship.
Well, I agree,
Well-
Captain. I don't believe it'd be honorable to not tell the truth to the Admiral. Is that what we're talking about here?
Do we sacrifice honor for borderline treason, sir?
Ooh, snap.
Anybody
Let's-
got a coin?
Quick point! Treason or honor? Treason or is honor even? Is it even honorable? That's a good question.
That is a good question. And looking at this type of weapon, do you
Damn.
think we really should have it also? Or is it not our place to decide?
If you excuse me, I'm going for a walk. I might be some time. And
What?
I get up and I go to the turbo lift.
Okay.
How this guy?
And I proceed to the docking bay, double D, yada 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 yada.
Oh
dash.
no, what was
I'm
it?
gonna need the exact one, sir.
Yeah, no, what was it? Actually, I'm just wondering.
And what is it you're doing?
I'm gonna set this puppy to detonate, and I'm gonna push it out. That way, no one else will be to blame except me.
So, you by yourself?
Yep, as far as I know.
Oh no.
There's the voices in my head, but other than that,
You stubborn.
All the things you said.
All the things you said. Okay. Then I'm gonna need a couple rolls from you, sir. First, to set the detonation charge, are you setting it on a timer? Are you setting it to do so the second you eject it? What are you doing?
it needs to be now. I don't remember what it was, but I asked this question the first episode. What was a safe distance? And you gave me that information. I did not retain it, but I would like to think my character would.
It was. Get up there. Hang on. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, delivery. The safe distance. Where did it go? Son of a bitch. I believe it was 100,000 kilometers, sir.
Then I set it to detonate. Well, how would you do that when it reaches 100,000 kilometers? I can make a quick guesstimation how long it would take to reach that.
So with your ability as an engineer, and the fact that we're at warp, really you could almost set it at a timer of probably 5 to 10 seconds, because
Why would
again-
I even do that? Why wouldn't I just transport it? Instant.
I'm just going off what you asked.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. No. Yeah, I continue on to engineering. I'm going to transport this thing out
Okay.
and set the timer for 30 seconds, baby. 30 seconds.
So to set the timer properly, it's going to be a control and engineering, or control and security. Difficulty of 3.
I personally would prefer engineering. Is it my choice?
Yeah.
Okay. Difficulty of 3. How are we on happy points?
On happy points, you had 6 left.
I'm gonna use 2. And let's see. Can I use my transporters and replicators skill? Focus?
Your focus? Certainly.
Excellent. And then, okay, right before I hit the button, right, I'm gonna set it to click in 3 seconds, and I run and I jump on top of the torpedo. and I wave my cowboy hat. No, I'm joking.
Bitches.
But I do get out my cell phone because this will make a great TikTok. And I roll. Six successes. Come on.
No. You just blew
So?
the whole ship. No, you are successful in your abilities. So, tell us, sir, what happened?
I stand in the landing bay for a minute, scratching my head. I'm not worried about anyone stumbling in because my location designator was so arcane, no one would ever find it anyways. The only one who knows where it is, the only ones who know where it is myself and Commander Kullat. I realize that that's not the best way to do it. I go back down to the turbo lift, take it down to engineering. Oh crap! How do I set the designator from the detonator from engineering? I just did that somehow.
That was why the difficulty was higher, sir.
Oh, okay, all right. And then I go over to the controls, and I whistle a jaunty tune, and
I like your sound effects better than my sound effects. I do. They sound much better.
and it goes out about 100,000 kilometers. Sits there for about 2 seconds. Everybody holds their breath, and then goes, "Wait, did he not?" And then it blows up.
And then it blows up.
Wow. Beautiful.
And tears a hole in the time-space continuum.
Strange Borg start pouring through.
I like to think it makes the noise that the prequels from Star Wars have from Jango Fett dropping those bombs.
Oh, the
Boom.
Yeah.
And then I hit the cons. And I up to. This is Lieutenant Commander Caval to the bridge.
Lieutenant Commander.
Yes, Captain. There's been a mishap in the landing bay where we had the torpedo stored. The tachyon disruption escalation had continued again, despite Commander Kullat's wonderful work earlier. I believe it was some sort of self-detonation timer. I did the only thing possible in the brief time allotted to me. I beamed it off the ship. My deepest and sincerest apologies.
So you're saying you saved the ship?
I did, sir.
Understood, Lieutenant Commander. I will include that in my report.
And I, of course, stand ready to face any charges levied against me.
Well, Lieutenant Commander, I don't think you need to worry about that. Charges. You're more of a hero. You saved the ship from the
Come on.
torpedo blowing up.
Aren't we all
He kind of
really
looks over to the commander and he says, "Commander, wouldn't you agree?"
I can't agree more. Great work.
I didn't hear what the commander said, Captain. Could you get him to repeat that?
Oh my god. Actually, this is fucking treason. You're all going to fucking prison. All right, see ya. I have it all recorded.
Okay.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Jeez, no, please no. I didn't say any of that.
So that is where we will end, and that is the end of the scenario. And let me pee real quick, and I'll come right back. But I'll explain some stuff, and at least go around the robin. Commander Maricadi, Kullat, Thrall, tell us your thoughts. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, yeah, we performed very well in combat, especially under pressure. We didn't take as really any hits that second round. I liked how we were able to work together and kind of all have our thing that we did. Even Caval's treason at the end was pretty funny. But sorry, non-canon treason. But all in all, I'm excited to see what's next. I think that session was pretty cool. He kind of was sussy of the Doctor at first, but so I'm glad that he actually ended up being a spy, because otherwise it would have felt like a big old dickhead. But
yeah, I wondered if he had intended that originally, or if we took something he said the wrong way.
right, I don't know. Either way, it didn't. Either way, it felt genuine. So either way, the story was great.
Yeah. But is it just me, or did it seem a little bit like Lieutenant Grax was kind of leading him a bit? Yeah. How do you feel about all of this? How do you feel about this, Doctor? I feel kind of bad about it. What do you think? Captain. He says he feels bad about it. He's obviously a traitor.
Yeah,
you're
right.
And I wanted to comment, but I was midstream when the commander was talking. You called Caval a traitor, but didn't you blow somebody out of the sky?
How quickly they forget.
Okay.
I think this whole episode was filled with a little bit of out of bounds Starfleet protocol.
I feared for my life.
I'm just saying.
He was using his legal stand his ground defense.
Exactly. I feared for my life. So anyway, yeah, that wasn't treason. Okay. What he did was treason, though. For the record.
Okay.
You have no idea what I did. You have no idea what I did.
Don't understand.
You think saving the ship is treason, asshole?
Hey, is anyone gonna I thought you guys wanted to let the Romulans know or something and say, oh, sorry. But at least we don't have it.
Okay.
We can.
Or will they just see it on my TikTok when I post it?
They'll probably see it in the TikTok. They might respond.
Okay.
Do the side by side.
TikTok? Of you
Commander...
pushing it out? Post it on fucking TikTok.
Commander Kullat, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts to your thoughts. Mine to your mind.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's a good level of intrigue going on that I didn't expect from the get-go. Like I said, I kind of felt like maybe we misinterpreted something that pushed you in a direction you weren't intending, but it all moved so quickly and so smoothly that it felt planned. So
yeah.
Mr. Thrall?
Thrall couldn't be more proud of his team and the work that they put in. He's confident in his abilities once again, making his friends here stay safe. And Commander Maricadi, it looks like we lost the torpedo. What the hell is fucking happening? That's all.
Hey, it's probably better it's in no one's hands, to be honest. Now that I got time to think about it, honestly, it's probably for the best. Honestly, like less deaths, all around. Sorry, that was a side in your brain.
Mr. Lieutenant Commander Caval, what are your thoughts here? Hero of.
It's time for an Andorian. I'm buying a round for the entire crew.
Oh.
I'm basically buying their silence.
Well, only
free synthol. Yay.
Certain handful no.
No, I feel that we did the right thing. We went head to head with the Klingons and came out the victors. We We avoided what could have been a very catastrophic encounter with the Romulans, due to the expertise and excellence of this crew, and we were able to do all of it without, disturbing the captain during his time, me time, enjoying his me time, in the
During that second battle.
Forehead, not forehead.
Forehead?
The
half head?
Yeah. No, it was good. It was a very good mission. And I agree. I am also glad that it turned out that the doctor was up to no good, because I was feeling really kind of uncomfortable with the level of what do you call that?
Force?
Yeah, being
Dancing?
used. Yeah, by the police abuse that was going on.
Seriously, we took the route of guilty until proven innocent, for sure. So.
I mean, he did square off, so.
Yeah, that could have just been a defensive reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Fight or flight.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Grax, your thoughts?
So Grax was, if it wasn't obvious, trying to leverage the whole scenario a little bit to, get a good word in for maybe his whole crew, but also himself. But the torpedo's been taken care of now. So Andel's probably worried about what might happen and what we're going to end up telling the Admiral, those sort of things going on in the future. But otherwise, he's probably a little bit wary of how this whole situation played out, and wasn't sure if he handled himself correctly around a person from a species that he can't feel their feelings at all. It's just that he's gone his whole life. Every person he interacts with, he has that extra sensory layer of feeling what they are feeling, and he didn't have that here, so it was probably a little bit strange dealing with that. Maybe that led to some of the reasons why he wasn't so polite with the doctor in certain situations. But
so how do you
that's
feel?
All I got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tell me now how you feel.
Yeah, you feel this?
So that concludes that which is unknown. Real quick before we go, and I do want to add a few things to it. Later this week, Friday, we have Curse of Strahd, 9 p.m. Delta Green, 11 p.m. And then that was Saturday. And Sunday, we have Shiver, also 11 a.m. That's the start of a new series, correct? I believe.
I don't know if it's a whole series or just a one-shot. Might be.
It's Wolf's new scenario?
Yeah, it's a long session. It's like he said
Okay.
3-4 hours on Sunday.
Cool.
So it's a long session, extra long. But I don't know if it's one-off or not.
And before we raid, does anybody actually have? And since we're done and we're over it, and I don't want to go on too much longer because I know some of you worked in the morning and things like that. But do any of you all have actual questions for the scenario that I could answer now that we've finished?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Did you mean for Jabroni to be evil?
Is he evil?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, antagonist.
Evil is... There's no gray areas, okay? It's good or it's evil.
Yes, he was working with the Romulan.
Well, who called the Vulcans? The Klingons. Who got the Klingons involved?
So, there were a lot of twists and turns.
A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of ins, a lot of outs.
Information that was added, information that wasn't used. The Klingons, so the Romulans had actually hired the Klingons. They hired the Duras family. The Duras family was seeking power within the Klingon Empire, and they were willing to assist them in exchange for backup and support when they attempted to gain leadership in the Empire. So basically, the Romulans had hired the Klingons.
I knew it. I figured it.
Knew it. And you guys are
Wow.
lucky your shield's held, because there was a boarding party ready.
Ooh, they're gonna try to board us. Yeah, whatever.
It's gonna stick you.
There was no luck
He
involved,
was-
sir. It
He was gonna
calculated.
stick you. Yes.
Listen, that's why I shot. That's why I shot those 3 torpedoes at the one target. That's why I fucking blew them up. All right, I knew it.
Any other
He
questions?
searched his
40
feelings.
I was playing 4D chess. Obviously.
40. Any other questions? Thoughts?
That was a good amount of. I feel like session 1, the first Cole episode, had like a lot of like physical combat. Like we got used to how we do this, shoot guns and stuff. That was cool. And now we did a lot of ship combat, and so that was really cool to like work with that complexity. Definitely needed all that time, honestly. But I feel like now we have like a good understanding of like both aspects of the game, so it's good to go into this. You think this is the next one you're doing is like your home written one, I think you said. Is that what we're doing next?
Yeah. Yep.
So what a great 2 tutorial episodes you just did for the game's mechanics into this hardcore mode you're about to drop on us here.
Thank you.
I'm just
Well, we've done 3
speculating,
now.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
this'll be-
yeah,
that was the
right.
third.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was 3. Fuck. We did the science outpost with the ion storms, and we did the is it luck? Is it rabbit's foot kind of weird thing?
Rengi.
For the Ferengi, and then this quantum torpedo episode. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat, man. So good luck.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Let
Be
me
ready
break
for
all
next-
sorts of rules in the next one.
Yeah, get ready to throw out your whole script.
Yeah, can we just agree that if there's any treason in the next episode, somebody else takes it?
Yeah, I think so.
that's fair. Yeah,
We got a lower decks crew we can kind of pawn this off of, right?
we just all commit treason in different spots, and then we all become a pirate ship, but like in space, and it's Conan all over again.
I like
Space
it.
Conan.
Get an Atlantean steel hull, and nobody would be able to kill us.
Atlantean,
Atlantean.
Herculean strength. Well, that does it, gentlemen. We'll be back in 2 weeks on Tuesday, July 19th. When does your stuff start, Thrall? You still good for July?
I'll definitely be good for the 19th. After that, it'll be on a scheduled basis. The rehearsal schedules are Monday through Friday in the afternoon, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'll be scheduled to go every single night.
Okay.
So I'll just have to let you know as it comes up.
And congratulations again. That's fucking awesome.
Indubitably.
buddy.
Indubitably. Well, those of you stuck around and watched us, thank you for hanging out, watching. We're going to go raid The Games Tavern and see what they're up to. Again, end of Scenario 3, great time. The rest of you, live long and prosper.